Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy, Technically T, hitting you with another case review video for the iPhone 12 Pro Max. And you already know we have cases up on deck from Caseology. So as always, a huge shout out to them for always looking out for the channel, dropping me their cases to review. So we have the usual suspects. So if you've seen this, is probably going to be a similar video to what I did for the iPhone 12 and 12 Pro, just in a bigger version. So we got the Parallax series, we got two Skyfalls, we got two Legion series, and we have the dual grip. Now, we don't have the Nano Pop. I'm not sure if they're not available for the Pro Max, but if they do send me some eventually, you already know I will do a separate video with that case. But let's go ahead and start off with the Parallax series, since that's what's currently on my 12 Pro Max right now. All right, so here it is, man. This is going to be the Parallax series, and let me just go ahead and get it off the phone so we don't have to take any shortcuts. And you already know how we do things. So let me put the phone to the side and let's go ahead and talk about the case. Now, this is going to be a two-part case. No, you don't have to take the case apart to actually put it on your phone, but it is a two-part case. You get a thin type of plastic going around, and on the inside of the case, of course, you're going to get that rubber. Now, if you are familiar with the Parallax kind of design, you already know they got that geometric pattern on the back, which I really love. On the right side, you get a cutout for your mute toggle volume up and down. You get a little bit of Caseology branding right here. On the inside, you get that classic Caseology little shock absorption pattern on the inside. Flipping it over on the bottom, you get accurate cutouts for your speakers. So these are accurate cutouts. We don't have to worry about any inaccurate cutouts or anything like that. On the right side, you do get that raised up power button. On the back, of course, you get that large camera module, and it has a little lip around it, so you will be protecting it. And on the bottom, you get that little Caseology little emblem there. So, of course, we had to go with the blue on the Pacific Blue 12 Pro Max. That's kind of the combo that I'm rocking right now. I'm kind of really a fan of rocking this all blue colorway when it comes to this phone and cases all across the board. So here it is, man, on the 12 Pro Max. Let's go ahead and check out these buttons. Volume up, volume down, very nice and tactile. Getting to that mute toggle switch, it is kind of precisely cut out in there, so you kind of got to get your finger in there, but that's not going to be terribly bad. Flipping over on the bottom, as you see, the port cutouts are good to go. They are spot on, so no issues there. And on that right side, power button also feels nice and tactile there. Flipping over on the back, you see that camera protection. Of course, you do have a lip, so when you sit down on a table, if you're one of those people who like to rock your phone back and forth, I don't know if you're going to do that, but if you do, it does have a little rock because of that camera module and how it sticks out. But overall, definitely all functionality, everything checks. Now, take a look at the lay on the table protection. Now, I do have Caseology's tempered glass screen protector up there. Now, I haven't done an installation video. If you guys want one, I can do an installation video and we can talk about it. But with the tempered glass screen protector on it, it does have a lip that goes all the way around it. So you do get a faint lip. So if you're one of those people who set your phone down on the face, you definitely should be good to go. Now, when we're talking about drop protection, I'm not sure if the Parallax is rated for any type of drop protection, but I have dropped my phone with this case on it, and it's protected pretty good. I mean, the case itself may not take a fall good. And when I mean it may not take a fall good, as in the case design. I mean, when you drop it, you're going to get some scuffs on the corner because this is actually a plastic, so it's going to scuff up automatically. So if you're a person who has drops and you like this case, I always say, hey, just buy another one. If you're like me, I usually buy two of my favorite cases. So if I drop one by accident on like concrete or something, I can just replace it. It's all good. But it does have a lay on table protection if that's what you need. Next, how does it fit on the phone? Now, the fit is always going to be A+ when it comes to the Parallax. So pulling on that side, the side has very nice pull. As you can see here, very, very stiff. When it comes to that top, very stiff. You can barely move it. And when it comes to that bottom, you're going to get a little bit of give on the bottom, but just right where that power port is, because it doesn't have any like material to actually reinforce it, but it snaps right back into place. You do not have to worry about the fit when it comes to the Parallax series. All that is going to be spot on. And how does it actually feel in your hand? The fit in the hand is good. Now, with the 12 Pro Max, we do know that it is a little bit wide. So when you hold it in the hand, it does feel like you have a case on it, but it's not going to add tons of bulk. It's going to keep the phone fairly thin out there when you are talking about thin cases for the Pro Max. So it's not going to really add that much bulk to it. So let's go ahead and bring all of our wireless charging over here. So of course we got to go ahead and check with it MagSafe, and it doesn't work with MagSafe. Boom, it does now. As I always say, this isn't going to be as strong as it is with an official Apple case because it has to work through the case because it doesn't have MagSafe built in. But if you absolutely had to use MagSafe in a pinch, or if somebody else has it and that's all they have, you can definitely use it. But dropping it on regular wireless charging, that works just fine as well. So here it is, man. Caseology Parallax, always one of my favorite cases out there for any smartphone. And of course, if you want the black case on the blue phone, this is going to be an option for you. I don't know, it doesn't really go together in my opinion. This blue just deserves to have a blue case on it. So, but if you want to keep it stealthy and you want to rock black, here it is, black Caseology Parallax. Next up, let's go ahead and take a look at the Skyfall. Now, this is going to be their clear case offering from Caseology. This is one of my favorite clear cases out there when we are talking about coming out there in the market. So I definitely like what they have going on with the Skyfall series. So let's go ahead and get this protective plastic off. So they make little easy pull tabs, so it's very easy to get off. So I really appreciate Caseology for that. So of course, we got the blue, man. We got the navy blue. So this is going to be a nice option as well if you have that. Once again, Pacific Blue 12 Pro Max. So let's go ahead and take a look around the case. Basically the same buttons, just like the Parallax series, except the back is going to be clear. You got that raised up volume up and down cutout for your mute toggle. Flipping it over on the bottom, you get those accurate speaker cutouts there. On that right side, you do get that raised power button. On the back, straight transparent, so you can see the color of whatever iPhone that you chose to rock with, whether it's Pacific Blue, Silver, Graphite, or the Gold. You do get that raised camera module with that little lip, and yeah, that's gonna be it when it comes to the Skyfall, man. So let's go ahead and pop it on, and let's go ahead and take a look, man. For all you clear case lovers, this is gonna be a very nice option. And also, not a lot of companies have the color to where it actually matches the phone, so this looks real good. A lot of them are just black on the outside when it comes to the clear, but this one actually gives you that same blue that you get with that Pacific Blue 12 Pro Max. So let's go ahead and check out the buttons. Nice and tactile, not too bad. I would like for them to be raised up a little bit more, but that's not a totally deal breaker. Getting to that mute toggle switch, not hard to get to at all. Flip it on that right side. Power button also works good. And flipping it over on the bottom, as you can see, the speaker and the cutouts, everything seems to be spot on, not misaligned or anything like that. Taking a look at that late on the table protection, you know, tempered glass screen protector, and it does have a little lip that goes all the way around it. Now, most of these aren't going to have you a crazy lip that goes around it, but it's going to give you a little bit if you want to put it down on the table or do things like that. So it's not going to be totally protective, as in heavy duty drop protection. All of these, I would say, is like medium drop protection, but it does have a lip that goes all the way around. Next up, how does it actually fit on the phone? And the fit is going to be just like the Parallax, man. Tugging it all the way around, it doesn't tug, go to the top, very stiff. And when it comes to that bottom, this is also very stiff as well, gives you that little bit of give when it comes to that bottom. So when it comes to the fit of this, another A1 fit when it comes to the Skyfall series. And how does it feel in your hand? This literally feels identical to the Parallax series because they're almost the same, except one is clear and the other one isn't. And they feel the exact same. They're going to feel a little bit wide in your hand. Now this does, you know, this material right here can get a little bit slippery. It just depends on what kind of cases that you like and rock with. But overall, nice case. Definitely one of my favorite clear options out there. Let's go ahead and bring all the charging over here. Let's see if it can find that MagSafe. So yep, it does find that MagSafe, and let it recharge, let it reset for a second. Dropping down on wireless charging. Dropping it on wireless charging. It works just fine with wireless charging. So here it is, man. This is going to be the Skyfall series from Caseology. Next up, let's take a look at the Legion series. Now this is going to give you a little bit more protection than the other two, if I'm not mistaken. Just based off the design alone, it's going to give you a little bit more protection. But here it is. This is also going to give you that blue kind of deal. So they kind of already looked out. They knew I was getting the blue one, and they kind of looked out with the blue accessory. So this could be definitely your thing when it comes to this. I might even do a case with the best cases to fit the Pacific Blue. That might be a video coming up. But anyway, here it is, Legion series, man. You get a big plastic piece right here on the back, and on this top side you get a TPU. And just like the other cases, same thing. Cut out for your mute toggle, volume up and down. You get that Caseology branding there. Raised power button. But on the sides, not sure if the camera is picking this up, but you get a grippy type material, a rough texture material. This is going to really help when it comes to the grip. Flipping over on the bottom, as you can see, you get those accurate cutouts there as well. And you already know, on the back, you get that raised camera hump. So let's go ahead and pop the 12 Pro Max in the Legion series, and this really helps with the grip. This really feels very, very good. Easily the best one when we are talking about actually gripping the phone. So let's go ahead and go around it. Volume up, volume down. Nice and tactile. Feel very good. Probably the best feeling button so far. Power button, also nice and tactile. Definitely no issues there. And flipping it over on the bottom, like I said, those speaker cutouts are accurate. And on the back, the camera is recessed. Take a look at that lay on the table protection. Once again, you get that nice little lip that goes all the way around it. So putting it down face first, or if you happen to drop it just on a perfectly level surface, I think you'd definitely be good to go. So it does have a little lay on the table protection. Now, how does this case fit on the phone exactly? Now, putting it, now you know this is just straight TPU, so, and it's very, very stiff, so you don't have to worry about much when it comes to this. Everywhere where it kind of bends out, it snaps right back into place because this is thick material. You're not talking about something thin, so you do have some thick material there. So overall, the fit of this is definitely good. And how does it feel in your hand? This is where this case excels, and that's because of the grip. Since they added this texture on the side of them, right where you're gripping it, it adds premium, perfect level of grip, if I can say that, and it does not feel like it's going to slip out your hands. It doesn't feel anything like that. So that definitely feels very, very good when we are talking about that. And as in adding bulk, I feel like it's a little bit more bulky than the other two cases that we already talked about, but it's not a huge deal breaker. So bringing the wireless charging over here, let's just go ahead and test it out. Let's see if it works with that MagSafe. It might be a little bit hard because this case is a little bit thicker, so trying to get to work with that MagSafe is struggling a little bit, but you know, that's not a huge deal breaker. Dropping down on wireless charging, it works just fine with wireless charging. So here it is, Caseology Legion series for the 12 Pro Max. Now for this last one, I kind of got ahead of myself. I just go ahead and took it out the box. I didn't even know what I was getting into, but here it is. This is going to be the dual grip from Caseology. So this is going to be a very thin case offering. So if you like something thin, you really don't want any type of bulk, you just kind of want minimalistic ding, scratch, scuff protection, this is the case that's kind of going to be for you. So looking at the case, you get that volume up, volume down cutout for your mute toggle. On this, you get those grippy sides as well, dual grip. So it kind of goes with the name. On the right side, raised up power button, get some more of those grips as well. Flipping over on the bottom, you get those accurate cutouts. And on the back, you do get that raised up camera module. So let's go ahead and pop, and that feels very, very good. Pop the 12 Pro Max in here and let's take a look. So I'm really, really feeling the way this case feels. I really like what this thing got going on. So let's take a look at the buttons. Volume up, volume down, feel very good. Very nice and tactile. Power button, nice and tactile. Also flipping over on the bottom, you get those port cutouts are good, and flipping over on the back, that camera is raised up. So even though it is a very thin case, you do get that raised camera module. So you're definitely good. Take a look at the lay on the tail protection. Now with this case, this is going to be a super thin case. Their thinnest case that they offer. You're not really going to get much lay on tail protection. Like I said, this case is made for someone who doesn't want, who's kind of careful with their phones, and you just want some type of protection. Now this is the kind of case that I could use because I'm kind of careful with my phones. I don't really throw them around. I don't really break them or anything like that. So that's what this case is for. So if you're looking for heavy duty drop protection, you might want to look elsewhere. This case is going to be for my minimalist people out there. So that's why you're not really getting that lay on tail protection. Now, next up, how does this case fit on the phone? And everything snapped up there just fine. Now, it really doesn't give you like a super certifying snap, especially when it comes to the bottom down here. So the bottom is where you're going to be able to put it off easy. But it gives you like a baby snap, but it's not really going to pop off on its own. So if they make the case easy to come off, but it's not going to pop off on its own. And when it comes to the pull test going all the way around it, this is going to be a very snug fitting case, and you don't have to worry about it popping off or anything like that. But it is easy to get off the phone. So the more I'm kind of handling this case is the more I'm really, really liking this. So definitely very good when it comes to the fit. And how does it feel in your hands? Feels amazing. Keeps the phone very thin, has those grips down here at the bottom, so you can really grip the phone very, very well. Now, one thing that people probably are going to be, tripping about is if these grips kind of get a little bit grimy over time, because the perforations are so fine that I don't know, like from grime or dirt from your hand will get caught up in there. Time will tell, but for right now, this case feels amazing in the hand. Really, really liking the way this feels, and this actually may stay on my phone. So, and it's gonna be that type of material on the back that's gonna show a little bit of fingerprints, but it is what it is. Dropping it on MagSafe, it found that magnet very good. So this is a little bit stronger when we're talking about magnet, and it found it very good. So works just fine with MagSafe and regular wireless charging. You already know works just fine with the regular wireless charger. So here it is, man. This is going to be the dual grip from Caseology. All right, so here are the cases from Caseology. We have the Parallax, Skyfall, Legion, and we have the dual grip. So you already know the links to all of these will be down below in the description. Please do all the YouTube things you already know. Comment down below, hit the like, hit the sub, turn the bell on so you don't miss out on any future videos for the iPhone 12 Pro Max. But until next time, everybody, please be safe. Catch you on the next one. Later.